Hello, friends. How are you doing today, Sprigg? Yo! Welcome to the food discussion stream. We are not actually going to be cooking today, but we are going to be. We will be cook, but let us cook. I'm so sorry. I won't say that again. I apologize. Anyways, I am having a lifestyle change in the near future, and need some good quality food, and that isn't too expensive to make. And Sprigg makes these sorts of things. So I says to Sprigg, "Hi Sprigg, how you doing?"
Hi.
Hi. And from there, we decided that this would be an interesting idea. Get some recipe ideas, start talking about, what could be options, what could be good. I, for one, ate a piece of pizza today. That is the extent of my food today. So I probably should improve myself a bit, a tiny bit, just a wee bit, just a little bit, as a treat.
And rice and egg. For breakfast.
That does sound good. So, what did you eat today, Sprigg?
Rice and egg.
That's everything? That's the full list?
He.
Okay, just checking.
Started
Okay, so...
from not long after out of bed.
Sprigg does have some brain fog today, so and apologizes if her words are not all there. But we still respect the Sprigg, and we still appreciate the Sprigg.
Do my best.
Your best is phenomenal. So,
Hi, Stephen.
hello. Hello, friends. On both streams, you're all good beans and appreciated and loved. So. Where do we want to start? Do we want to start with that first one that you sent me?
Good. It's a little more like fancier, expensiver, and recipes.
Okay. Well, I did make something pretty tasty yesterday. I made a rice bowl, and then I took some Italian sausage, flattened it out, and grilled it. Put it on top of the rice. Put up a pair of eggs on top of that. Added bachan sauce and soy sauce and some Kewpie mayo, and that was a fantastic rice bowl.
It's similar to weenie fried rice.
That makes sense. Yeah, I do have... I think I have hot dogs. I don't know when I bought the hot dogs, though. They're probably fine. They're hot dogs. What are they going to do? Get worse? So, one of the ones that you sent me as a more weeknighty meal is called Coddle. Which, to me, is more of a thing for... to me, Coddle is Keeper of the Light, K-O-T-L. I assume that's not related to Dota at all, though, so I'm going to have to relearn some terminology of yours.
Coddle is Irish leftover stew.
Okay. So we'll, we can make some leftover food fresh. That actually sounds very much on par for my life.
Particularly is very pork.
10 slices of bacon and a pound of pork sausage.
Makes big pot.
Well, with 2 pounds of potatoes and... Oh, yeah. Sorry, I saw it. And with 2 pounds of potatoes, that makes sense. I was about to say and 2 pounds of onions, though I'm glad that I am noticing that now that it says 2 onions, not 2 pounds of onions, because that would be a very different recipe. That would come across differently. Yeah. Maybe not bad. I tend to go onion heavy when I'm making curries, so like I wouldn't be entirely opposed to this, but good to get my expectations lined. 3 tablespoons of chopped parsley. I think I can grow some of that on my own, actually. 2 cups of beef broth. I do that from bouillon, tend to usually. And an ear of fresh boiled corn, optional. Heat it all up to... Huh?
Most, like, the corn is one people argue with me. Corn is the way I had it a long time ago. Is the way I still do it.
Okay.
But not always corn.
Not always corn. Corn is a sometimes addition. I'm saving this as food.txt. Alright, so heat a Dutch oven over medium. That is... Don't tell me, let me guess, okay? If I recall correctly, a Dutch oven is when you take a pot of water and then put another pot over that pot. No, that's just a double boiler. Right. So that's a double boiler, right?
Dutch oven, big pot, ceramic.
Oh, so a ceramic pot. I can probably thrift one of those, I bet.
It's one of best, like... one of best cookware purchases. Dutch oven.
Oh, that's actually something I wanted to bring up. In fact. Is what tools are at my disposal.
Oh.
I have, and this should not be a surprise, a microwave. It's pretty nice.
I don't.
Really? Oh. You are much cooler than I am. You're drastically cooler than me. So, my base set is I have an electric stove top that has a flat cast iron section, which is great. I love cooking on the flat iron. It's just a delight. Flat cast iron sections is, and like it takes up half of the surface of the stove, but like that's fine by me. That's perfect. I also do have
big flat top, or
yep.
like
Yeah, half of the stove is a flat top grill.
ooh.
It's a good stove, honestly. I like it. I do have a toaster oven, which is what I use most of the time. Most of the time that I'm not just heating up like a liquid, I'm using the toaster oven.
Me too.
Aforementioned microwave, though. Yeah. I do have a nice kettle. It's a simple kettle, but you know, it brings me joy. I do have a Zojirushi rice cooker. And the core piece that is probably going to be the primary thing that I use is I do have a Ninja Foodie. It has a pressure cooker, a steamer, a slow cooker, a yogurt, a sear saute, a sous vide, an air fryer, a bake, a broil, and a dehydrator, all in one. And of those, I've used the pressure cooker, the steamer, and the air fryer, and I couldn't be happier with my purchase just for using those 3 parts of it. Like, that's still great.
We have oven, toaster oven,
Dutch oven, apparently.
Dutch oven, cast iron, all pans and pots.
Yeah, same.
Oven, toaster oven, rice cooker, and slow cooker.
I might have a slow cooker somewhere. I do not know its present location, though. Like, there is a very good chance that somewhere vaguely in this direction there is a crock pot. Where in this direction? Do not know. But there's a chance that there's one over there. Oh, and I do have a fondue bowl for some strange reason. I have made fondue once, and you know how that goes. Okay, so Dutch oven is a big ceramic thing, sort of like the thing from Monster Hunter.
Sort of. Usually, when you see always like red outside, white inside.
Oh, I'm thinking about the grandma uses to cook.
Picture.
Okay. No, that is in fact red outside, white inside. Actually, now that I look upon it, I'll get it. Send it to both you and chats in a
It's
moment.
most common one you see. Good for monkey bread too. Mm.
Monkeys. There's monkeys involved now. I see. So would that be a Dutch? So would that be a Dutch oven?
Too shallow.
Too shallow.
Ceramic, but shallow, not Dutch oven.
Got it. Most of my understanding of food and good cooking comes from Monster Hunter. You see. The cooking it's
Because Monster Hunter look very yummy.
Mm-hmm. That and Dungeon Meshi.
Dungeon Meshi very fun.
Mm-hmm. Strong recommend for anybody looking for a good anime. Okay. Pretty sure I can acquire one of those.
Did like
What?
this week. Pepperoni monkey bread.
Ooh.
This.
Well, let's cover this one first, and then we can talk about monkeys and their apparent breads. I have never made a bread. It sounds... I don't know, it sounds scary for some reason. I'm sure it isn't.
I recommend Bannock for first bread.
Bannock? Hmm.
Super easy.
Okay.
Like,
Alright, so for this
on
one,
a campfire easy.
preheat oven to...
Smoky raid. Welcome.
Yay!
Sorry.
So heat up to gas mark 2. I just checked up for the thing. Gas mark 2 is 300 Fahrenheit, 150 C. Heat a Dutch under over medium. And bacon cooked till crisp. I like crispy bacon. I prefer crispy bacon over soggy bacon. Soggy bacon makes me sad. Like, even with having a flat top grill, even with having the cast iron pans, I still cook my bacon in the microwave because I just like how it turns out better. It turns out nice and crispy.
In the oven too.
In the oven? Well, yeah, I suppose.
It's real lazy.
Hard to be lazier than using microwave. That's kind of impressive.
About same effort, but like
About same effort. Fair. I will.
actually baked instead microwave.
Yeah, I usually just make food when I'm ready to, when it's time to eat. I don't pre-make food very often, though I do plan on doing that. Actually, making myself some onigiri just so that I have something that I can just grab and throw into my mouth face instead of not eating, which tends to be my current go-to policy.
Cuddle and Frickle, 2 big recipes gave you. Very like, make pot, have pot all week.
That is good to hear. So we cook the sausage in the leftover bacon fat. So we definitely so cooking the bacon in the microwave is no longer an option because I do that over some paper towel usually. So good to check that. Drain the fat. Escape the fond, which I believe is what you call a palm tree leaf, unless I'm not mistaken. That's a palm frond.
Frond.
Oh no,
Frond.
you're right. You're so right.
Fond, like, crusty bit on cook surface. Lots of flavor. Don't want to waste it.
Mmm. Okay.
Is sciencey name, Maillard reaction. Basically, proteins break down to sugars. Like meat candy.
Meat candy. Okay, I'm here for meat candy. This sounds fantastic. I'm back on board.
Is same reason why, like, really good burgers, the smash burger kind.
Huh? Please go on.
So, when making burger, cook on flat top, smash real thin, cook on high heat, so outside cook caramelizes, cooks, gets crispy.
Oh.
Cook high heat so inside doesn't cook the whole way through as fast, so you still get juicy interior, crispy exterior.
That sounds good. I usually just make taco. With, like, being bad at things. Okay, so half of potatoes on bottoms, onions, vegetables, salt, pepper, bacon, parsley, repeat. Oh, okay, so you're going veggies, bacon, parsley, veggies, bacon, parsley, sausage. I see. Beef broth on top, Dutch oven for 3 hours. 1 inch of liquid at the bottom. Okay, got it. Remove from heat and sprinkle remaining parsley over the top. That sounds delightful. I like this recipe. This looks like a good recipe. Oh, I see a picture of a bread thing. It looks different than I imagined it.
That monkey bread.
That's monkey bread. So
It's
just to
pepperoni
confirm.
monkey bread.
Okay, so this is gonna sound. No, I can't say it. It's too dumb. No, it's.
No monkeys in it?
Well, I was assuming it was a form of banana bread.
No,
I was.
not banana.
I know. I realized it was too dumb to say out loud, but
It's, I think called monkey bread because it pull apart with fingers.
you can do that with any bread.
It's way when make normal bread, one big lump, or like one big ball. Rise and cook, get one big piece of bread. Monkey bread, bunch of little tiny balls smashed in pot in one pan.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
So you get like ball, rolling toppings, throw in pan. Ball, rolling toppings, throw in pan. Keep doing. Can do a dessert kind, can do a dinner kind, lots of different sorts.
So you're saying bananas are still a possibility? Okay, good. That's I needed that emotionally. I needed monkey bread to have a banana element. Like, just I needed that internally. You know what I mean? Like, it just had to make sense. I just had to make it make sense. Okay. How does monkey bread?
Don't have recipe on hand.
Okay.
Basic bread dough, different kind for different sort. Um, one did most recent was like pizza dough,
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
and then had a bunch of Oaxaca cheese, good with mozzarella or whatever too. Probably better mozzarella.
Okay, okay.
And then did garlic butter and sage, general pizza spice herbs,
Mm-hmm.
and pepperoni. And make a little ball. And roll it around toppings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you throw a whole bunch in a pan. And then you bake.
So do you shred the pepperoni? So
No, left whole.
oh, okay.
Good.
Oh, well, left sliced, I assume.
Left
Okay, good.
sliced. Just did like mini pizza pocket, like rolled around toppings and pinched shut and then put together.
That's cool.
And then garlic butter, blah 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 blah, garlic butter, blah 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 blah, garlic butter, blah 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 blah.
And you can just like make food out of that? That's so crazy.
They can
Look,
pull apart and dip in pizza sauce.
that sounds amazing. That's... I want this. This sounds delightful. Alright, let's do the big one now. Let's do the katsudan. Which starts with the tonkatsu. Alright, so 4 pork loins, salt and pepper, flour, eggs, panko, and oil for deep frying is a phrase that frightens me to my core. This sounds like a way that I get, you know, very much.
If nervous or if don't want like full deep fry, can do like just in cast iron pan, keep relatively shallow.
Okay, I could do. This sounds like the kind of thing that's going to give me another story on Tuzzy's list. You know what I mean? So I do go on.
Keep it shallow that way. Only about like inch thick pork loin, half-inch-ish oil.
What type of oil do you use? Because I know a lot of like vegetable oils are really bad for you. But what's actually going to be
canola?
Okay.
Is what cheap here.
Okay.
No, most people prefer peanut oil for deep fry, but also peanut. Can't
Yeah,
say peanut.
That's also a very, very marked flavor, right? If you're working in peanut oil, you are going to taste peanut. Like that's not something that you can use just for the frying effect.
Shallow oil, cast iron, also more economic. Don't need as much oil that way. When I deep fry, I always gotta make some treats for Shard too, so I end up usually doing a lot of deep frying all in one day.
So, I can get to an H-Mart fairly easily, and if I go significantly further, I can get to Sakuraya, and which is a Mitsuba. So I can, get the some of the Eastern ingredients. Though that's the kind of thing where I want to buy enough that I wouldn't want to drive out there to make a meal. You know what I mean? Because it's a bit of a drive
It's why
into the city.
recipe is for like 4 dish.
Okay, good.
Like good couple days eating.
Okay, so make small cuts all over the pork chops with the tip of a knife. So basically just score it so that... Okay, makes sense.
Yes.
Salt and pepper on both sides of the meat. Coat in flour, dip in eggs, cover with breadcrumbs. So exactly what I would expect frying to look like. This makes sense to me. I'm waiting for something to happen that's going to catch me off guard. Don't worry, it will. I don't know enough about cooking, and I'm going to be very confused very quickly. But so far, this makes sense. Heat deep frying oil and deep fry the meat. You can check the temperature by dropping a breadcrumb. If it comes up to the oil surface right after it's dropped, it's good. Sprigg, I got to the part where I don't understand things. What I've done, and this might be insane. Tell me if I'm going to perish from this. Go to sink, get a tiny bit of water on fingers, spray it,
No.
just
No.
spray it at there, and if it goes,
No.
no,
No.
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 Will I die?
Grease fire.
So don't do that. Got it.
No, water, oil, no mix. No mix water, oil. Very bad.
That. I mean, okay. So. Understood. Good to know. So. Bah. Someone in my chat says it's probably fine as long as you have a mess on your stove and backsplash. I don't have a backsplash. It's actually in an, the stove is in an island, so a kitchen island. I shouldn't have to clarify that. Never mind. Anyways, tell me more about dropping a breadcrumb. Like breadcrumbs float anyways, right? Like since it's going to come right to the top anyways. No? Isn't the breadcrumb going to float to the top anyways? Or is that incorrect?
It's how I always check.
Right, but I just don't know what to look for.
We'll saturate with oil. If hot, too aggravated, won't saturate. Doesn't always come up like right away. It's a feel thing, trying to put instructions together.
Okay, so, drop a breadcrumb and hope for the best. Got it. So, set the meat in a fry until it turns golden brown and the meat floats in the oil. Will it go sink to the bottom first and then float up, or does it, or? Okay, so it kind of has its own timer.
It'll sink down a ways, then come up.
Okay, got it.
It'll,
5 to
like,
10 minutes.
bulb
Okay.
on top, and we'll have like little puddles on it, kind of thing.
Okay. Set meat on cooling rack and cut into pieces. Sounds good. Now we have that's for that first part of the ingredients. Now we have dashi, where we just take water and bonito flakes. Okay.
Or fish, like leftover fish. Fish heads, bones, entrails.
Okay. Right. Because humans don't eat
Good
those.
recipe
Do
from
humans eat those?
bonito because most people don't eat.
Boil water, add bonito flakes, simmer for a few minutes, strain it out. Easy as. No complaints there. Now the katsudan. 1 tonkatsu.
Can you also buy dashi powder?
Probably.
We get bonito, then shaved to flakes
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
instead of by flakes.
How long does it last?
Bonito?
Yeah,
Ages.
forever? Okay, good.
Smoked, fermented, pickled.
Oh, no, okay, so it lasts forever. Got it.
It like block of wood.
Smoked, fermented, and pickled. It's like, how do we make this last longer? We could do one of these three things. No, let's do all of them. This thing's gonna last through everything. Okay. Some soy sauce, sugar, sake, mirin, couple of eggs, green onions, steamed rice, nori. Huh?
Send picture.
Send picture. Ooh. Neat. Leave it on
Bonito
screen real
flicker
quick.
and bonito shaver. Just looks like piece of wood.
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah. I mean, cinnamon is wood. Cinnamon is just bark off a tree, right? I'm pretty sure. Anyway, okay. Alright, so we cut the tonkatsu into strips. Add the dashi, soy sauce, sugar, sake, mirin, and cook at medium heat. I assume that I'm supposed to, like, mix it in there as well.
Mhm.
Yes, good. Add tonkatsu to the sauce. Beat the eggs and pour in a small bowl and pour it over the tonkatsu. Okay. Serve over rice. That seems pretty straightforward. Surprisingly so, given how scary it seemed a few moments ago. Okay, and some nori on top.
Tonkatsu most of work.
Tonkatsu most of work, that makes sense.
Mhm. Dashi good for just like... Dashi just good for cooking.
It's fish
Freeze
water.
as well too. Mhm.
Who doesn't love fish water?
Freeze as well too, so can just like throw some in pot. Bring to
Nice.
boil.
Could you also freeze it as a reduction? So make the make the dashi, boil off half of it, freeze it, and then put in one frozen part to 1 part water, so that it melts into the water. Does that make sense? Is that a thing that's smart? Yes. Okay. Cool. That sounds like it would work well for my brain style for how I would actually make use of it. You know.
I have confused guests a couple times, actually.
Oh. How so?
Keep reduced dashi in ice cube tray. Had someone over once, dropped it in glass of pop. Was very confused.
That sounds amazing. I want the fish soda. Okay, but now we have to talk about it, Sprigg. Now we have to talk about it. What soda is going to be best with dashi?
I feel like Sprite, 7-Up kind of thing.
Right, 7-Up because of the lemon lime aspect. I agree.
Woohoo!
I could almost see like. No. I was thinking like a
Yeah,
birch beer,
was-
maybe.
Was friend who had root beer. Had it in root beer and like took sip, totally normal. Left it like 10 minutes, took sip. Fish!
Like, no, you don't. If it's not expected, then yeah, 100%. I don't think it sounds like. Yeah, I'd be into it. I'd be up for it. It sounds good. I do agree that I think that probably 7-Up more than Sprite, just because 7-Up tends to mix better in general with other ingredients.
Don't really drink that much.
Fair. I know it more because of cocktails than I do for, just chugging the Sprite.
Mm-hmm.
But for cocktails in general, 7-Up is a better flavor for mixing, whereas Sprite is good on its own. Okay, so
Please drink. Okay.
I have as well. I do not have any fish in my drink though. This could be fixed. I think I have some miso paste that's definitely gone off by now. It's probably fine. Okay, next up we have a chicken fricotte.
Frico. Also, yes. Miso, not fish.
I thought miso soup used a fish base.
Beans.
Well, yeah, miso beans. Okay.
It's
Okay.
beans.
But, this makes sense to me, and I know this. But for some reason, I thought that there was a fish base in it somewhere. Oh well. I have no idea why I thought this. I have no idea whatsoever why I thought this. I'm not saying I'm right. Just to clarify, I am not claiming to be correct in any way, shape, or form.
So this Frico is like... From where are we from? This like so common that is like substitute word for meal.
Okay.
Saying like if calling people in like supper ready, oh Frico. Ain't that common?
Sounds good. So, 3 pounds whole chicken, that's a Costco chicken, so easy as. 10 cups of water. That's a lot of water. I will have to make sure I have a pot that's big enough for that.
Good job.
Nope, you're absolutely right. That's the correct answer. I need to actually acquire one of those. 12 large onions. No, half a large onion. 3 tablespoons of butter. Garlic clove. Carrots, potatoes, celery. Summer savory. What is summer savory?
It's herb.
It's herb. Oh, is that just the name for an herb? Because people say things taste savory. Do they actually mean just taste like the herb savory? I thought it meant something else.
I don't know. Not sure which one came first.
But you mean the actual herb itself? Okay.
Yeah.
I can definitely get some powdered of this, I'm certain. 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour, salt, baking powder, milk. 2% okay? Good. Fresh parsley. We'll put an asterisk next to fresh. Just I'll worry about that. Okay. Let's put a pin in that. I do have a small little hydroponic that is currently growing some lettuce, some basil, and some thing else. I think I put some sort of onion in the other slot, but I do not remember. But it's growing, so I'll be pleasantly surprised when it comes up. I'm great at this, aren't I? Oh man, good times. Okay. Combine chicken and over medium high, boil, simmer. Simmer uncovered for 1 hour, so we are reducing here. Got it. Remove chicken. Now, just to clarify, at this point have I... Just because it says whole chicken, at this point, the chicken is still whole? The chicken
go in. Yes.
Oh, raw chicken go in.
Hmm.
I forgot chicken came that way. I was thinking of like a Costco rotisserie. I forgot the chickens could. I'm great at this. Sprigg, thank you for clarifying. I would 100% have done this and just tossed in a Costco chicken into the pot and hit go. Like that might not have worked phenomenally.
Probably very end up overcooked.
Yeah. Alright. Let it cool. Pull chicken into bite-sized pieces, discarding skin and bones. The skin, but the skin's the best. Okay. Saute onions in a tablespoon of butter until translucent. Add...
Like discard, it just means not needed for this recipe.
Fair.
You can take the chicken and just like fry it in pan.
Mm-hmm.
Bone's also good for fertilizer.
Mm-hmm. Or just for chewing on.
Not chicken. Don't chew chicken bone.
Okay.
Splinter very easily. Can get splinters stuck in your throat.
Or in your gums.
Or gums.
Throat's only if you swallow it. Add garlic, so add broth, chicken, carrots, potatoes, celery, savory, add water if necessary. What does this recipe define as necessary?
I go by feel so much hurt.
Vibes, got it. I will see how the water is handling things emotionally and determine what it feels is necessary. I
should have enough liquid that like potatoes mostly covered.
Okay, perfect. That's exactly the kind of thumbnail that I need to go with.
Because after all this, going to do dumplings, which go on top.
Ooh. I do have a pressure cooker, so I could make bao. Come to think of it. Or, steamer, rather.
His... not like bao, his dumplings cooked with his frigo.
Mm-hmm. Simmer mixture over low medium.
This recipe.
Simmer mixture over low medium heat for approximately 30 minutes or until potatoes and carrots have softened. Nice. Sift flour. Sift flour. Okay. Hold. Let's put another pin in this. Let's slow down a moment. I do know what a flour sifter is. And I'm going to need one? Do they make small ones?
It doesn't need specifically flour sifter, just something to break up clumps, basically.
Okay. Because when I think of flour sifter, I'm thinking of the thing that you hold in both hands that's has a big square frame around it and yeah. With a wire mesh on the bottom. That's a. Let me get a picture of what I'm. Oh, this is a lot different from what I was thinking. Oh! Oh, this seems like a thing that humans would use now. I get it. Okay. Sorry, I just looked up what a flour sifter is. I was off. I was thinking of
just need mesh strainer.
Okay. I was thinking like Ren Fair style, where it was actually just latticed on to wood and like done for larger quantities. This looks like a thing that humans use. This makes sense to me. I can acquire one of these. Probably. It's one of the this is the basic mesh ones. Without some of them like have a bunch of cranks on them, which sounds. Is that a good thing? Should it have a crank? Should the flour sifter have a crank?
No. Shouldn't
Okay.
need.
Shouldn't need. Good. Good.
When I have like little metal mesh cup, basic mesh bowl thingy, and like metal wire handle. That's
Okay.
from a dollar store.
Sounds good to me.
Just put in your flour and then lightly tap.
Got it. Okay, so gradually add milk. Okay. Use a fork to incorporate.
Have flour, salt, and everything. Take
Yep,
milk.
yep.
Pour slow. Stir with fork. One
Got
hand
it.
fork, one hand milk.
Okay. Let it rest for a bit. Drop the batter into the simmering fricotte, one spoonful at a time, to make little dumplings. Sounds good. That sounds really good. I want to eat this. So I will. How's that for an answer? The only thing... So I will have to have raw chicken prep in mind. How many... This is 10 cups of water and 3 pounds of chicken, so this is going to be a whole...
Like, basically a week of meals.
That sounds very handy. Perfect. Excellent. Nice.
It's very easy recipe. There's lots of food done. It's very affordable.
That sounds delightful. That sounds really good. Let's see.
Can modify with spicy if get bored. No, some people also like with oh, word. Pickled cabbage, sauerkraut.
I've never been a fan of sauerkraut. No particular reason, just never brought me happiness.
Just remembered some people like adding a little spoon of sauerkraut in frickel.
The only time that I enjoy sauerkraut is in kimchi. And even then, it's hit and miss depending on what else is going on in the meal, you know? For me, at least. Apple crisp! We have a dessert.
Yeah. It's like apple pie, but it's like easier. 'Cause no crust.
I mean, crust is the worst part anyways. So, like, this is just a pure upgrade, right? 4 apples of choice. Potentially Gala. Apple sizes vary wildly. What is an apple of your choice sized like?
Mid-size.
Okay. Okay.
Like,
Okay.
not crab apple.
Not crab.
Not crab apple. Could do like Granny Smith. Could do Macintosh. Could do Gala. Whatever available.
Macintosh is really good for cooking. Yeah. And tends to be on the smaller side, too. So we got...
I use Gala because no person has orchard.
Nice. My favorite apples are Honeycrisp and Granny Smith's, for completely different reasons. Though Galas are a good running apple, and I would probably make this with Macintosh just because those cook real nicely. Alright, oatmeal, vanilla, nutmeg, love nutmeg, cinnamon, brown sugar, flour, and butter. Mix the oatmeal and vanilla. Combine the nutmeg and cinnamon into oats. Add brown sugar and flour. So basically just making all the crumble stuff first. Peel and slice the 4 apples and then place in the pan. Does the pan have to be a specific size? I feel like...
Think about 10-inch tray.
Oh, okay.
8-inch, 10-inch pie vessel.
Yes. I definitely know how the numbers work. Let's see. Yeah, seems pretty straightforward. Cut apples, put them in the bottom, put the crumble on top. You get apple crumble to crisp crumble. What's the difference between apple crumble and apple crisp? Are those different recipes? Or are those just different names?
What?
Is apple crumble something different than apple crisp?
Don't know.
Don't know? Okay, I don't know either.
Pie pan work, maybe baking sheet. I use
Dutch
glass
oven.
pie pan, like glass pie tray.
Okay. Make a really, really big one in the Dutch oven. Bake until golden. Okay. That sounds delightful.
Very, very simple. Nice, like 30-minute dessert.
And with 4 apples, that's a couple of servings out of it too. It's not just like yeah.
It'll be a little smaller than apple pie. Than usual apple pie.
Crumble is crisp with oats in the topping instead of the. Well, this has oats in the topping, so. Okay, cool.
And it's just as good with ice cream.
Yeah, no, it sounds incredible. Yeah, that sounds amazing. I'm getting hungry. After this, I'm going to reheat something. If you're from the UK or Australia, crumble is crisp straight up. That's probably where my brain was in the mindset of thinking. It's like, I thought there's a difference, but I'm not sure if there's a difference, and some things are different in different places when you go to do different things differently. That's how science works. So the one that I made, it was take bowl. Wait, I should actually format this correctly. Ingredients. So my ingredients were people are going to misinterpret that. Size, 2 golf balls of sausage. I don't actually know. Wait, that might be worse. Hold on, that might actually be worse than what I wrote before. I'm just gonna say of sausage. Just whatever of sausage. 2 eggies. Rice, bachan, soy, and Kewpie. And it was flatten and sear the sausage. Huh?
Why make a pun in my chair? Dressed up as a screwdriver for Halloween wasn't best costume, but turned a lot of heads.
Nice. Alright, so flatten and sear sausage. Put rice in bottom of bowl. Put sausage on rice. Over easy 2 eggs on top of the sausage grease. Put on top of sausage. Top with everything. Directions, that's the word I forgot the word directions, so I just put to do.
Part of reason why got cream cheese brownie recipe ready though was well, cheesecake brownie recipe. Also converted gluten free.
Nice. I will say when I made the sausage, Don, it tasted like restaurant quality. It was just like, ooh, wait, this is actually amazing. I need to make this more often. Wait, this was easy too. Also, I will say, don't substitute Kewpie mayo for, like, you know, regular aisle mayo. It is not the same. And Bachan's sauce is really, really good if you can get it in your area. I don't know how difficult that is to get. But yeah, it's Japanese mayo, and I guess you'd call it I guess it's a barbecue sauce for Bachan's. Though it doesn't really seem right to call it a barbecue sauce, because it doesn't like hit the same flavor notes that when you think about barbecue sauce. You know what I mean? Because barbecue sauce has a set of expectations with it.
Japanese mayo very different. It's because made with only egg yolk.
It's mayonnaise that's actually made to be mayonnaise. Weird, right? That's really what it boils down to. Like, you know, mayonnaise is supposed to be basically just egg whites. Then it's just that it's used basically as a salad dressing in some places.
Mayo is whole egg in most places. Japanese mayo, egg yolk only.
Yolk only? Oh. Neat. I was unaware of this. It tastes like it's actually made of eggs instead of, like...
Is, I think, one of good, if wanting to experiment making stuff, I think mayo and butter are 2 best ones for starting out.
So I just googled Kewpie mayo to double check something. I was curious. And you know how Google says these questions things, you know? Like they say the question drop downs that you can get, you know, answers for? One of them says, "Is Kewpie Mayo just Miracle Whip?" And I'm bad at food, but even I just want to throw a rock at someone right now. Just like, no, that's like as opposite as possible. So, Sprigg.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Let me paint a scenario for you, okay?
Hmm.
You've had a hard day because the world is difficult.
Mhm.
And you have low spoon count.
Hmm.
But you still want to make something. You still want to make a dinner. What does your low spoon dinner look like?
Depends what's in the fridge.
That's completely fair.
Hmm. Fried
'Cause
rice
me, a lo-
always good.
Fried rice?
Mhm.
Okay.
Usually have leftover rice.
Mm-hmm. There's always leftover rice to be had.
Mhm.
And if not, you can make some more rice than have leftovers. Easy as.
Mhm. Then rice you can throw in like onion or green onion, carrots, corn,
Corn.
chicken, pork, whatever you happen to have.
Yep. You just kind of throw that into a cast iron and just heat it up and spin it around. Add some soy sauce until it tastes good, right?
Pretty much. Then just crack an egg over it.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good to me. Take rice, add whatever's left over in the that's about to go bad, and eat it. I see no problems with this.
Other common one we do, haddock and ties.
Hmm?
Haddock cheap fish. For
Yeah.
here. It just super easy. Can go to wharf with fishing line, catch haddock.
And you should. Any laws that stop you from doing that are made by people who don't want you to eat. This is legal advice.
Haddock just it tasty cheap white fish. And ties apparently only a really common thing here. Take potato, like whole potato, and cut like thick dough, like medallions.
Okay.
Then you can throw like some thin cut white onion into pan with ties.
With ties?
Ties is potato. And well, sorry, I did have to order crisp fish first. Cook
Good.
fish
Okay.
first. Most of way through, not whole way. Get crust on fish.
Cook crispy haddock. Got it.
Remove haddock from pan. Put in potato, white onion, such.
Got it.
And get them crisp and flipped and crisp. And let them crisp with haddock on top. So crisp one side, flip, haddock on top. Finish cooking.
So cook crispy haddock, remove haddock, cook white onion and potato in pan until crispy. Then add the haddock and then make sure everything's crispy. Makes sense to me.
Look at like charred onions, crispy potato, crispy fish.
Half of a jar of Old Bay, right? Naturally. I must assume, at least. No, but really, that'd actually be really good.
Not familiar, Old Bay.
It's a seafood seasoning. Yeah. It's pretty good. I think it's from Maryland, if I want to say that correctly.
Do like red pepper flake, salt, pepper, paprika, nutmeg.
I do have some of that seasoned salt, which is very good. I have multiple types of seasoned salt. I have multiple salts with seasonings in them. There's the Laurie seasoned salt, which has mostly just salt and paprika, which is very good. I have some Norwegian grill critter, which is just an outstanding salty and oniony and peppery thing, which is phenomenal. I love it. And I have some hot salt, which is habanero salt.
Almost forgot today. So, haddock and ties usually just do with butter. Grease skillet with butter.
Makes sense. Butter makes everything better. All right. What did you call this entire thing?
Haddock and ties.
That's definitely not. No. I'm going with that one.
T-I-E-S.
Okay, I was close. I'm good at food.
And if you want to put a little bit extra effort in it,
I don't, but go on.
Can lower heat after you get potatoes, onions, stuff most of it crispy. Lower heat so that can brown butter and then ladle browned butter over your fish.
That sounds fantastic. I could probably manage that without burning everything. I will say though, the frying one is the one that I'm probably going to have a fun story about.
Like I said, can do the fry in shallow oil in pan.
Yeah, that would be how I would go about it.
Fried rice works best for a little dry. But leftover rice does that. I don't need to cook fresh rice then dry out rice.
I do also have... So here's a question for you. Yes.
I tease friend about it a little bit sometimes. We want to know a butter recipe?
Okay.
Milk.
Okay.
Bowl.
Okay.
Mix.
Okay, I thought this was a recipe that involved butter, but okay, this is the recipe for... No, that makes sense.
Yeah,
this is...
put milk
Yes.
in bowl mixed with wooden spoon.
I'm just gonna say churn instead of mix, just so that it's, just comes across a little bit better. I like that. That's fantastic.
Can add salt to taste too. But,
True.
We'll separate into solids and liquids. Just drain off your liquids. It's very easy to do. It just takes time.
Uh-huh. So since I do have a steamer, I kind of want to think about some sort of like dumpling dish. Like steamed dumpling. Do you have any experience in those? Or is that something I should just like not worry about because it would be difficult? Like pot sticker sort of thing.
Don't have like special tools for it, but gyoza.
Gyoza?
Mhm.
That sounds perfect.
Can check think I shared with friend before. Let's save a little work. Figure out how to type or
So...
would I give
Huh?
gyoza recipe to? Trying to remember where I put that.
So, the gyoza, what would it be called? Outer shell? God, Jade, you can do better than that. What is it called? Wrapper?
Casing?
Yeah, casing. Yes, yeah, that one. That one. Yes. Do I make that myself, or not bother? Because I know they sell it, but I don't know how hard it is to make, and I am afraid of things.
It's kind of things that like not going to be very noticeable. With
Cost-wise,
butter made.
Okay, fair enough.
Really thin pastry, almost never tell the difference. A lot of work, rarely a difference.
That makes sense to me. I kind of am glad of that knowledge as well, because, like... Yeah. Good. That's fantastic. As far as what goes in there, that could be just anything, of course, right? Like... Oh, did you send me the thing? No.
Trying to find. Can't remember who gave recipe to. Was sure I gave it to someone. Found it.
Hooray! Get on screen as soon as it's copied over. There it comes. Gyoza! Okay. So, gyoza wrappings. This is it for making the wrapping. Oh, this is all this for making the wrappers. Got it. Ah! Oh, okay. It came.
Gyoza.
Okay, so gyoza wrappings here. Honestly, if it's... Sift flour, boil water, mix in salt, add salt water to flour. I'm going to assume that you mean... Okay. I can use ocean water for that, right? I'm kidding. Well, probably could.
It's how I get salt.
Fair enough. Transfer dough to work surface. Knead dough, cut in half, unwrap, sprinkle, cover dough with damp, form each piece of dough into a ball. That sounds like a whole lot of spend $5 to pick. That sounds like a whole lot of spend $5 at H Mart.
Also, those since found recipe for donairs and for Nanaimo bars.
Cool. That's
Already saved.
nice. Okay, so gyoza wrappers we're just gonna assume that I'm going to
Recipe too.
Ooh. I'll be honest with you. I usually buy curry, Japanese curry, and just the roux mix, and make it that way. Vermont curry is my favorite. Alright, so vegetable canola oil, water, sesame oils, fillings, pork, cabbage, green onion, shiitake, clove, garlic minced, and an inch of ginger. Okay.
Ginger
Then-
will grate an inch.
Got it. Sake, oil, soy, salt, pepper, vinegar, more soy. Okay. Blanch and microwave cabbage to wilt leaves. I mean, realistically, I'm probably going to swap out either swap out the cabbage or replace it with like either spinach or not have it. Or just I would usually just have a salad on its own rather than have cabbage personally. Again, just not a big fan of that's not a cabbage eater. Remove core, chop green onions and mushrooms into small pieces. By the way, how hard is it? How hard is it? Please don't make fun of me. To reconstitute mushrooms.
Not very.
Good, because I bought a bunch of dried shiitake mushrooms, and they're still sitting in my cupboard, unused, because I don't actually know if I can just use them. So they're just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, just soak in warm water like 15 minutes.
That's it? Oh. Well, now I feel dumb for not having done it before. Okay, I can do that. I just got this big thing of shiitake mushrooms. Like, ooh, dried mushrooms. That'll be good on something, I'm sure. It's been there for like a year. Okay, combine the meat and veggies, add the minced garlic and the ginger, and presumably the garlic at this point. No, there it is. Add the garlic. And the season. So basically just take everything above, jam it together, put it in a wrapper. That's it. So basically like take ingredients, combine ingredients. What else do you want? Right? Does that sound right?
Pretty much.
Sounds fantastic. This is my kind of cooking. Take ingredients and push them together as hard as you can. Just bash all the ingredients together like you're shipping Barbie dolls.
The most like practice part for gyoza is sealing gyoza.
Oh, I've seen the memes about those gyoza sealers that go catastrophically wrong.
It's
Have you seen those?
the most learned skill of thing.
I will train myself. Fold wrappers, fold pleats, and make it look like gyoza is what I'm hearing here, right? Just take all the ingredients, shove it together, take a gyoza, take one of these wraps, and then make it look right. Right? Is that okay? Cool. I can do that. Sprigg, can I say it? How hard could it be?
I would say gyoza one of harder recipes. Like intermediate home cook. The wrapping in particular hard. And the mise en place.
Heat the oil in a large non-stick. When pan is hot. Okay, so we're frying them. Got it. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, pan fry then steam.
So when it says
Look
add...
crisp. Look crisp.
Okay. So when it says add a quarter cup of water to the pan, I'm assuming that you remove the oil first?
It's not deep fry. It's just
Oh,
like
okay.
thin layer oil. You're just pan fry, not deep fry.
Okay. So it's more like, okay, got it. Remove lid, evaporate water, add a teaspoon of sesame oil. Cook.
Tispa teaspoon, tipispa tablespoon.
Yes, that's a tisp, not a tibisp.
Hmm.
And you can freeze things. Okay. Can I also steam them, like with the same recipe here? Just...
It's the midway point. You do pan fry to get crisp, then steam. Just way I do it is steam in pan. Just don't have steamer.
Because of covering the... Okay, I got you. That's what the whole adding the water and covering with the wit. Oh, that's it. You can use the word steam right there. I'm just dumb. Okay, wait, got it. This is gonna go great. Frozen on a
recommend
bake.
gyoza like later in.
Do this first and never look back. Got it. I'm gonna have a follow-up upload video that's going to include documentations of my. I'm going to tentatively say successes for. So we're gonna say successes because you believe in me, right? Next up, we have a curry. Where is it? Curry. So, like I said, I usually buy, one second here. This. That's Vermont curry from Japan. It has a touch of apple and a bit of sweetness on it. The person who named it has never been to Vermont, but they wanted to invoke the idea of a fresh apple orchard in rural New England. So they decided, you know what, we're calling it Vermont curry, and it's in this Japanese curry that is sold in Japan. It's very good. I do recommend this curry, for the record. I'm usually making either that or golden curry. But this is an actual curry. Curry is also a very non-specific thing. Like, between Japanese curry is quite different from Thai. It's quite different from lots of different places, right? Like,
have another.
So we take...
Easy recipe too.
Oh, good. We can work on that one after this. I'll probably need an easy one after this. One of the limiting factors for me with curry is it tends to require a billion different ingredients, several of which you don't need more than a little bit of. In my experience. So this one we're starting out with some chicken. Salt, black pepper, carrots and onions, potatoes, all make sense so far. Ginger, garlic, canola oil, water, gala apples, okay. A tibis of honey, a tibis of soy sauce, a tibis and a half of soy sauce, and a tibis of ketchup. Trim the fat from the meat. You lost me. I'm confused already. Peel and cut the carrots, cube potatoes, grate ginger. So I do tend to like my curry fairly thin. I will take an inversion blender into my curry to make it all a consistency on it. I just like that style. It's just that style of curry. You know what I mean?
Like Indian curry texture, Japanese curry taste.
Yes, that's it. Yes, exactly that. Indian curry texture, Japanese curry taste. Yes, that is actually a really good description. But yeah, I will make it in a big pot. When once everything is soft enough, I'll just drop an inversion blender in there and get it for a few minutes and done. You know, easy as. Heat veggie oil on the large pot. Saute the onions. So yeah, saute the aromatics, if you will. Ginger, garlic, onions. Cook the meat in the aromatics. Add carrots. Turn it into a stock. Skim off the fat. Grate coarsely. Okay. I mean, again, I'll probably be blending it, so no big, Add honey and salt. So this is actually very similar to the Vermont curry with the apple and the honey. I mean, it sounds delightful.
Japanese curry.
Yeah. Not all Japanese curry is apple forward. A lot of it, is not.
A lot do.
Several do.
It's a pretty big trend.
Potatoes. Add the roux. 1 or 2 blocks in a minute. Yep. Paste back into large pot. Add soy sauce, and I'm gonna put an asterisk over the ketchup part, personally. It's only a tablespoon, so it would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomato
Fair
paste
enough.
work too.
I'd probably either go with the tomato paste or just say, you know what, if I'm going for something more vinegary like ketchup, then I'll just double down and turn it in, use a Worcester sauce.
Make
That's
own ketchup, so it just
so you have good ketchup.
yeah.
This sounds like a delight, although admittedly it's. 1 sec, huh?
Curry roux recipe there too.
Yes, I'm pulling that up next. As soon as my eyes see things. Wait, where is?
Right
I'm not
below
seeing.
directions. Right below 17.
Oh, okay. Yes, excellent,
Above
perfect,
your
yes.
picture of roux.
I found a thing. Curry roux. Curry roux.
Yeah.
Curry rocks. Someone out there says that, right? Someone out there says curry rocks. Rocks? I don't know. Unsalted butter. Why for unsalted butter? 'Cause I don't usually buy unsalted butter. Is there a culinary difference? I mean, I assume that one it just doesn't have as much salt, but
Just do unsalted butter because salt is like already seasoning all other part.
fair enough. See, the thing is, though,
Find roux doesn't keep as good with salted.
really, that's odd. Okay,
Just personal experience.
I believe you. It's just funny because usually salt is for making things keep.
Yeah, I find it crystallizes again in roux and makes it like
Oh.
extra wrong later.
Interesting. Melt butter in a small saucepan. Add the flour. Stir until you have buttery flour. Do not stop stirring ever. You must stir into eternity for half an hour of stirring straight. Golly. Add curry powder, garam masala, cayenne.
It's roux though, so if you make roux, can keep it a long time usually.
Good. That's pretty straightforward, though. I like it.
Straightforward, just going to hate halfway through.
Yeah. I'll
10
find some way to
minutes
mess it
into
up, though.
stir.
I'm not sure how I'll mess it up, but I'll find some way. Don't worry.
If you haven't burned a roux, haven't made a roux.
Filling me with confidence, Sprigg. Filling me with confidence.
Rue very much is go by feel thing.
Mm-hmm. I will feel the roux.
So, like, if making Rue will burn Rue eventually.
Understood. So what is a,
Good
Huh?
baseline though, good, like, color target.
Mm-hmm.
Aim for, like, chocolate bar color
Okay. Will do.
when making Rue.
Mm-hmm. Shall we move on to Donaire? Because if I'm just being so honest with you, I'm probably gonna buy the roux. Just because, you know, I'm used to it. And it's not that expensive.
Donaire, another, like, local thing.
Okay.
Eastern Canada.
Mhm.
Similar origins to kebab.
Okay. Sounds interesting. So we start out with some ground beef. 7 ounces lean. Formed into 2 logs and then baked until well done. Flour, garlic powder, salt, pepper, oregano, Italian, and cayenne. Huh, no celery in there. Interesting. And then the sauce has milk, sugar, garlic, vinegar, and starch. So, for the ingredients, for the directions, the first direction is to like this video by Jade the Kobold with the guest of Sprigg. That's a really good step in there. I'm glad they see it. Mix together in pot, simmer over medium. So just mix everything.
Pretty much.
Okay. When the sugar's dissolved and sauce thickened, remove it, cool, put it in a fridge, spread on pita.
Pita or naan work too.
Okay. Yeah, I went to the...
Bread.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, I went to the store to buy some pita, but they had none.
For meat, can cook to, like, less doneness. But
Okay. But
cannot have cold then. The way donairs serve, like, make donair like this is normally, like, make it and then refrigerate and can take for, like, sandwich type thing.
oh,
Just, like,
okay.
pull out, put it in wrap, and then can throw it in the toaster and have, like, thing. If cook the meat a little less done, then you can take some, like, slices, throw it in the pan, and cook till caramelized, got, like, crust on it, and cook the rest of the way through.
Okay.
And if you do that, you put your cheese on the meat, and then you put the naan on your flatbread on top of the cheese.
Okay.
So that the fat that renders out heats up flatbread.
That sounds like it would be really good with a tzatziki sauce.
It is.
Okay.
It's how I usually like it.
Okay, because that's where my brain went, but I didn't want it to be like, you know, how could you possibly recommend that sort of thing? Like that might be a little bit too West Coast my brain set.
This is donair recipe, but like tzatziki, very good sauce. Love tzatziki.
It's very big agree. It's a cucumber yogurt sauce. Those sound good. I mean, I have the lean ground beef. I do occasionally go to the store and buy the beef torpedo, which is a long, a huge piece of ground beef that's in a long tube that is like the size of my arm. So this is the beef torpedo. Grab that, sling it over your shoulder like you're carrying a broadsword, and when you leave the store, and then split it up into 1 pound increments and put it in the freezer. That's my plan. That's what I do. So that's how I keep my beefs frozen. Those look good as well. Looks like we have a bar recipe up next.
Yee, Nanaimo bars.
Nanaimo. Not to be confused with NaNoWriMo, which is currently under hot water.
Oh no.
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
Nope.
Oh, want to hear a little bit of drama?
Sure.
So, NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month, is it's a thing in general for aspiring writers to try to challenge themselves to fail faster, force themselves to write out an entire novel in 1 month, and then either ship it or not, depending on how their wants are. But it's just say, hey, you'll get better if you do it no matter what. So go do it, practice it, throw something out there. Here's a bunch of peers who are all doing the same. A positive community working together, overcoming, helping people overcome writer's block, or making sure that all the metaphors are properly strained. This year they officially allowed AI tools.
Oh.
Yeah, you can imagine how well that went over.
Yeah, that bad.
Yeah, so NaNoWriMo is effectively persona non grata right now. For good reason. So that's the drama over there. All right, so we are
This like stovetop dessert.
Stovetop dessert.
Bit more work than
Gyoza.
easier than gyoza.
Okay,
Harder than apple crisp, easier than gyoza.
okay. But gyoza, you just smash all the ingredients together. We covered this, Sprig. All you do is smash the ingredients together, and it's easy, right? All right, we got some butter, sugar, cocoa, beaten egg, graham wafer crumbs, coconut, almonds. I assume I would probably chop out the almonds for something. I don't hate almonds. I just tend to prefer other nuts. Maybe walnut. I'll just look at the rest of the recipe before I decide to swap ingredients. Melt butter, sugar, cocoa. Add an egg. Stir to cook and thicken. Remove from heat. Stir in the crumbs, the coconut, and newts. Okay. Sounds pretty basic. Sounds pretty good. Nice. Okay, fair enough.
This is BC summer dessert. British Columbia.
Yes. I've never made it myself.
It's kind of like, like coconut macaroon? Imagine like a macaroon brownie. Is kind of what, like...
Yeah. We have a custard here, which is just unsalted butter, tablespoon, cream, heavy. I assume that's heavy whipping cream. Vanilla custard powder, and icing sugar. Is icing sugar a special kind of sugar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like granulated sugar, I think is word. Like extra fine powdery.
Powdered sugar?
Yeah.
Okay, so powdered sugar works for that. Got it.
Granulate is wrong word. Granulate is normal sugar.
Cream, beat until light, spread over wafer. I mean, sure, it makes sense. What else could you ask for, right? Butter, cream, custard powder, and sugar. Yeah, makes sense. And then we have ganache here, which appears to be just take some chocolate, melt it with some butter, and you now have buttered chocolate. pour the
Make a thin, like harder chocolate layer on top.
Sounds the good. All right. Let's see. Do I have any? I don't have any recipes written, but other things that I make is you take some chicken like bouillon and add it to water, and then you put some rice in the water, and you have a chicken rice soup. That's what I'm gonna make tonight.
Oh.
Yes, this is the level of cooking that I'm currently going on. I'm going to clarify. I just want to make one thing abundantly clear, Sprigg. I just want to make sure that you're completely on board with one thing. I'm making the gyoza first. I just need everybody just to accept this. I'm gonna make the gyoza first. How it's gonna be, I don't know. We can probably guess, but I'm diving in head first to begin with. What could possibly go wrong? Lots of things, actually. But yeah, chicken bouillon, 1 splash of Tabasco, some dried shallots, some some minced garlic in there as well, and an egg or two, and that's my soup. It's mostly all dried ingredients plus plus a hard-boiled egg. In what is otherwise just, bouillon and rice, which is... It's like those people, who take the cheap ramen and try to reverse engineer it into good ramen. You know what I mean? Same energy, for real.
Well, a recipe you can try too. Egg ribbon soup.
Egg ribbon soup.
Yeah. So you got dashi?
Yeah?
You get egg.
Uh-huh.
You get to crack an egg, stream egg, mix your egg all up with chopstick inside shell.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just stream it into dashi. Let dashi cook egg.
Okay, so it's just an egg drop. Fair enough.
Hey, instead of drop egg, you mix up and then pour in a trickle and get a cooked ribbon of egg all through soup.
Yeah, sounds good. Internally scrambled egg.
Easy.
True. If I had some dashi prepared, I could make that right now. But I don't. You can also take bananas, slice them, into little medallions, and then put sprinkles on top, and then eat them. I'm on a whole other level over here, Sprigg. I call them power pellets because I don't know why. Because yes, exactly. It's good. Oh, yeah, you have to use the right kind of sprinkles. You have to use the sprinkles that are have the tiny dots that are a little bit crunchy, and not like the regular sprinkles you have for ice cream, because those just kind of get lost on the banana. They just kind of don't change the texture, and you just have a sweet banana, which banana's already sweet enough. But if you put the good nonpareil style sprinkles on it, then the texture becomes more better.
Oh, also have... No, I had a melon pan recipe.
Melon bread?
Hey, would you like that one?
I would. Oh. Melon pan. Sounds really good right now, actually. I do miss my keto diet, but yeah. Alright. Flour. Chopped butter. Interesting. I know if you're making some forms of bread, like some cheesy bread recipes, I remember intentionally using frozen grated butter in the recipe, so that when the butter was added to the recipe and going in, it was still frozen hard. Then it melted while it was cooking to intentionally make the consistency have little pockets of butter rather than just have the consistency of butter throughout it. That's the thing I remember. Sugar, salt, milk, egg, and yeast. Now we actually have some good measurements on this recipe, which I appreciate.
I've had to convert most recipes for American friends.
Fair. That's what I had assumed. It's actually less that I don't know them, and more that I actively try not to use them out of spite. American systems measurements, I mean. Alright, so make the cookie dough first. So flour, baking powder, butter, sugar, egg, vanilla, and okay, so just okay, big fan of this. The ingredients say do the thing. Just make this. Okay? That mash it together and hope for the best?
This is instructions for cookie dough first.
Oh, so okay. So the instructions for cookie dough are here. Okay.
Yes.
So make the cookie dough first, next line, mix butter. Got it. I thought this was make the cookie dough first, and then here's the instructions for the rest of the recipe about the melon pan. It's just like, oh, okay. You see where my brain went, you know? Okay. Mix butter and sugar until light and creamy.
It's not a separate thing, so add all together in one set of steps.
Got it. I mean, I do not got it whatsoever, but I got it. And then draw the rest of the owl, yeah. Mix butter, sugar, egg, vanilla, fold in the flour powder. Divide cookie dough into 8 small balls and set aside in the fridge for half an hour. Combine the egg, the yeast, the milk, the sugar for the bread dough in a small bowl. Not the cookie dough, the bread dough. We have the bread dough and the cookie dough for the cookie dough and the bread dough. Add flour and salt. Make a well in your dry ingredients and add a liquid mixture. The liquid mixture being the egg, yeast, milk. Knead until smooth and elastic. Stretch Armstrong comes to mind. Add chopped butter until combined, and a smooth, silky dough is formed. Put in a greased...
Little butter at a time, over and over. A little bit of butter, mix a little bit of butter.
Okay.
Don't do like all butter all at once. Gotta do a little bit, need, a little bit, need.
Melon pan, butter left. Got it.
Is worms from your hands melt butter. Make it mix through dough.
Oh, so I'm mixing with my hands.
Yeah.
Okay. This is new information to me. Got it.
Don't have, like, fancy tools, I'm sorry.
I have a spatula isn't really a fancy tool in my book. That's kind of a stock tool.
It's bread dough. Don't mix bread dough with spatula.
I've never mixed bread dough. don't know these things. Okay. Are there any other recipes that we've covered that should be done with hands that I have not realized?
Just doughs. Doughs in particular. Fussy.
Okay. Dough hands. Understood. I definitely understand everything. Sec.
Could probably get away with not hands for most other dough. This one needs hands.
Okay, so hands mandatory. Got it. Mandatory handsiness. Understood. Place the dough in a...
Very buttery bread always.
Very buttery? So the buttery it is, the more you use your hands?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm learning so much this stream. Place the dough in a greased bowl and cover. Set aside in a warm place to prove? Wait. Is that a word I should know? And this I mean, I know in other contexts.
Prove is just sit.
Okay, got it.
Now grow. Yeah, yeast will do it work.
Got it. Okay, so place dough in a greased bowl, cover the bowl, and put in a place where the cats can't and dog can't get to it. Got it.
Inside an off oven is a good place.
I feel like I'm missing something here. Hold on. So you mix the dough. Should this dough also be mixed in with hands? The cookie dough?
No, should be fine without.
Okay. Without hands. Right. Got it. Roll the cookie dough until it's about 5 mm thick. Place one bread dough on top of each cookie dough and wrap together in plaster wrap. Okay, I am no, I'm not done. Okay, no, we're almost done. I have a question when we're done. Square the cookie dough surface diagonally. Sprinkle with sugar. Put on a tray. Sprigg. Sprigg. Why is there no melon? I'm waiting this entire time to see like a honeydew melon being involved.
Because it looked like melon, not because it has melon.
I never knew this. Huh. Okay. I'm processing new information. I'm learning, okay? I unironically thought there was going to be some melon extract or like some.
No. No melon.
It's like halfway through this thing, like, oh, I just saw like some cookie dough and some bread stuff in the ingredients. Something seems wrong. Okay. I gotta start over just because my entire expectations have changed. So you want to finish your?
It's similar to brioche bread. So very buttery, flaky, soft bread. And then on outside is cookie dough.
That sounds amazing.
So very sweet, very buttery, very flaky,
yeah.
very soft, and nice. It's a very dessert food.
Oh my god. Okay, so I just went to Google to look up some pictures of melon pond, right? Just because I needed to reset my brain from thinking that it had melons in it. Of course. And do you know what's the second and several other pictures on Google Images.
They're green.
Matcha melon pan.
Yeah.
So my brain had interpreted this to be melon. I okay, so you're fine. Where were we? Make the cookie dough. I just have to completely reset because I was so distracted by looking for the melon, unironically, completely legit. I was so distracted by looking for the melon that I didn't parse most of the recipe. Okay, I'm dead serious. I am so serious with you right now. Okay. Egg, vanilla, fold. So folding is when you take a spatula and just flop it over itself instead of using a high-speed mixer, right?
Yes.
How do you know when you're done folding? Do you do it until it's fully distributed?
Until homogeneous.
Until homogeneous? Okay.
So
Why?
Don't want to like beat too much, because it makes it tough, takes air out.
Oh.
We fold because gentle leaves air pockets inside.
Oh. Got it. That's interesting. 8 balls of cookie dough.
Fold gentle like hamburger.
Yes. Combine the other things into... Add flour, salt into a large bowl.
It's especially funny because the hamburger, not gentle making hamburger.
No, smash burger. Wait. When people say smash burger, they just mean that you smash it down so it's thin like panini, right? Like it's squish?
Yep.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything...
The version example, Lacy Edge Burger is type of smash burger you press so thin and smear that when it cooks, gets little holes in it. Cause super thin. So it's all crust at the edge.
Sounds interesting. Okay, so make a well in your dry ingredients. I'm picturing this, and I suspect what I'm hands, please. I'm picturing this, and I suspect what I'm picturing is wrong somehow.
Okay, so pour your dry ingredients on counter we're working.
Okay.
Then take hand with like fingers extend down into flour. Spin little circle, make little divot in middle.
Okay.
That's a well.
Okay.
Yeah, you just make like a hole in the dry ingredients, but wet, so wet doesn't flow all over the place.
Ah. So you're just damming the sides so you can...
So we'll
okay.
hold wet ingredients.
I see.
Then you knead by move dry over wet and knead through.
Which is the same as fold, right?
Moisture from wet ingredients? No. Knead is with hands, separate from fold.
Okay, we're back to hands. Got it. We're back to hands again. I have to add a notice in here because of... Okay. Got it.
Sorry,
This is gonna go great.
How do this not hands and bread?
I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so
Could probably use like food processor up until butter step, but we'll have less air in dough. So we'll have tougher texture and won't be as flaky.
I don't think
Harder bread.
God things. Okay.
So more done by hand,
Mm-hmm.
softer texture.
Got it. Someone says they're ready for the live cooking stream. That will not be live. I will be recording it and turning it into an upload video, but I'm not going to do a live on stream thing for that. For reasons that should be apparent.
Security
doing-
reasons.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing more uploaded videos anyways. My style is much more comparable to an upload style than a live stream style anyways to begin with, of course. So, I'm thinking about moving more in that direction. By thinking about, I mean I'm going to. Alright, so we place the bread dough on top of the cookie dough, wrap the bread dough in the cookie dough, make the diamonds at some point. They're here. So
for how to wrap in plastic wrap.
Yes, this is my next question is that.
So, lay out plastic wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Like big sheet plastic wrap.
Yeah.
Put dough on top. As near middle as can. Then do bread dough. Then wrap your cookie dough over bread dough. Now, roll the plastic wrap over. So roll the whole thing up in plastic wrap.
Okay.
In one direction. So you'll roll it over like a log. And then you'll have like empty plastic wrap on the sides. Grab plastic wrap on each side and each hand. Then rotate and you'll roll over and over and over.
You're losing me on rotate.
Hang on.
Okay. As long as it exists in this universe. Yes, the extended Jade cinematic universe will include this. I say that with sarcasm despite the fact that it's kind of true. If like... Anyways.
Trying to see if I can find a GIF or something.
Okay. Because all I see here is wrap in plastic wrap, then take off plastic wrap. As like just back-to-back directions. It's just like... What? So I definitely need a hand on this one.
Up in plastic wrap. So using plastic wrap as tool to roll up. Would be easier with hand gestures.
I have you on Fuji. I can't see your hands right now. I have my hand tracking up, but I don't
Hand
have
tracking
me.
not working for me because, like, physical obstacles.
Fair.
Past few weeks haven't been able to use it anymore.
Aw, sad.
Okay, so like hold both fists out in front of you for a second just to get a picture.
Okay. Hold on, let me move my avatar up a little bit so everyone can behold this. Okay, so 2 fists.
Now imagine kind of like bicycle pedal. One hand, then other. Rotate.
Like this. Got it?
That.
I'm...
So,
I don't see how this relates to the cooking.
so you have... I'm here.
Just do this in front of the bread. It'll be fine. Don't worry.
Oh,
Okay.
so you take dough. Dough is on plastic wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Roll plastic wrap over dough. Like roll whole thing up like a log. Right?
Okay,
Then you
okay.
have a bunch of extra... No.
No.
The fingers, no. Just
No, what?
roll over. Should be dough is in middle. Plastic
So
wrap
this.
all the way around outside.
So this. Rolling.
Yes.
Got it.
Don't need to roll it out thin. Keep big ball shape. soccer ball. Trying not to squish, you're not trying to squish soccer ball, just trying to roll soccer ball over.
Kick it. Understood.
Take edge of plastic wrap
Yes.
and roll ball over using plastic wrap.
Okay, I see.
Until plastic wrap is all the way wrapped around. Then, now you have ball, right? And empty plastic wrap with open ends on both sides. Now you take plastic wrap in each hand, close to ball,
Okay.
and bicycle pedal. You pick up and bicycle pedal. What it'll do is plastic wrap get tighter when you rotate, which makes the ball go real round and gets real tight around ball of dough.
Oh, I think I get it.
It's very, very, very circle.
I think I understand.
Here,
And that's where the melons come in.
you unwrap.
So
Then
you
you
go
unwrap plastic
backwards.
wrap and score dough.
So you pedal backwards then, right?
Might need to, shouldn't need to, but might.
Okay. Okay, good. I'm gonna make the best food. It's gonna be amazing.
Can just cut the plastic wrap back off if you don't need to reuse it. Just same. So this useful thing. So when talking about like learning cooking skills, this is same skill goes to making beef Wellington. Very advanced cooking dish, like restaurant chef type cooking.
Oh, I've had beef Wellington. It's delicious, but
Yeah, same thing, exact same thing to make it.
okay. I maybe slightly less
Try
helpful than you
myself.
intended, since I have not made beef Wellington. I have eaten it though, so I do know how to eat it, and I'm gonna hope
No,
that skill set transfers over.
Is relevant to how like you learn skills one dish carry over to learning for another dish. So you learn here with melon pun, then can also be used making beef Wellington later.
Which can also be called
So
melon
it's
steak.
What?
I said that, which can also be called melon steak. I mean, if you score it, it would white like it doesn't have to be flaky at the end. You could totally make melon. I'm gonna make melon steak.
Difference is basically instead of your bread dough wrap in cookie dough, is just meat wrap in duck cell meat and bluegrass,
Mushroom.
basically.
Yeah. Makes sense. I get it.
It's their steak and melon pun.
We had to replace the melon with something. Oh. My favorite picture on this Google image search, which I've just casually had up this like half this time, by the way, the Google image search for melon pond. One of the pictures is extraordinarily funny to me. I'm gonna put it up here and send it to you in just a tick here. But there is. It's extremely funny to me because. Sec. Because you see that green thing on the left?
Mm-hmm.
That is 100% a bottle of Midori liqueur, which is a melon liqueur. So, somebody wanted to make to take a picture of melon pond and was like, all right, what do we else do we have in the picture for framing? What do we do to make this, this picture, resonate with our with people, And they're like, well, melon pond, melon liqueur, send it. Let's go. Someone out there, I can proudly say, knows as much about melon pond as I do.
I sent a thing to show why it called melon pun.
To clarify, that's definitely the bottle next to the melon pond. And yeah, that makes sense. It's yeah. Ha ha ha, I'm using Shutterstock images without explicit written consent.
Can add melon flavor if you want.
I do want, as a matter of fact. I absolutely want that.
Find it just gets lost.
It's an emotional thing at this point, Sprigg. It's melon pond. I have to have the melon in it. Otherwise, my brain is not going to process it effectively. Because I'm dumb. That I have no other excuse. That's it. That's.
Could do like a melon buttercream frosting.
Ooh, that does sound good.
Then can have like the regular way and still have the melon.
Mm-hmm. Win-win. Bah. I think that I have a lot of things to try, starting with gyoza. Take your bets now on how it's going to fail. Not if it's going to fail, but what step I'm going to get wrecked on. That's the challenge.
I think it's going to explode.
You think it's going to explode? I am going to hope that you're talking about the gyoza and not the steamer, because that would be a problem. Okay, good.
My bet is fold. Folds of gyoza going to burst.
I can see that.
Faith. I have lots of faith.
I appreciate that. Alright, I am going to delete...
Sealing is very difficult.
I am going to delete the...
The only advice can give is don't overstuff.
Don't overstuff. I am world renowned for my moderation, Sprigg. It must be said.
If you think for a second, maybe this too much, it too much.
Sprigg, if I think for a second, all's lost. I And yes, sucking at something is the first step towards being kind of good at something. That's from Adventure Time. I love that quote. No, think.
One from Parks and Rec. Never have but two things, whole but one thing.
Mm-hmm. Meow, meow, meow.
Ba, 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 ba.
I agree. Boom! I think this will probably be a good place for me to wrap up my side of stream. This has been a delight. You are a delight. Never doubt that, Sprigg.
Oh,
Ah! For real though, I think I'm gonna go make that sausage don right now. And think very intensely about getting a Dutch oven, which honestly just seems like it makes sense. I can think of a lot of things that would be easier to make in that than, you know, not. I will keep you posted on when these recipes are made, with the caveat that if you don't hear from me for a while, try to assume the best of me, okay? And just know that I definitely went down fighting.
Kyosa will not be death of Jade.
I'm sure it'll go perfectly fine with no issues whatsoever. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you so much for joining. This was a delight.
Yeah.
And honestly, I genuinely am going to try several of these. I'm going to attempt all of them. I'm not guaranteeing success. I'm not guaranteeing second tries, except for probably the gyoza, because I do want to learn how to make that. Because that seems like just a really good, recipe for me. If anybody wants these recipes, I will be putting them in channel discussion on my Discord, and I will at some point, probably not for a while, because I want to start working on video essays as well, and this is, I'm going to try to make content out of my cooking. I swear if I have to make my way across the border to make sure you don't blow up your kitchen, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's not like I've accidentally pressure cooked something that wasn't supposed to be pressure cooked before. All right. Let's end on that. Sprigg, thank you for coming. I hope that you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you. Well, I'll see you this week. I'm sure we'll hang out at some point. I hope. Cheers, friends.
Bye-bye.